Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another fresh episode on Lunch Global today. I am Chunk Anamel Joseph. This is a new week, so it's a new moment for us all to learn about certain things, our health, the right calorie we're supposed to eat, how do you differentiate what you actually need in your body. And the number of calories in a food refers to the amount of energy stored in that food. Your body uses calories from food for working, thinking, breathing, and other important functions. The average person needs about 2,000 calories every day to maintain their weight, but the amount will depend on their age, sex, and physical level. Males tend to need more calorie than females, and people who exercise need more calorie than people who don't. Then questions like literally all the time, how many calories should I eat in a day? I ask myself questions too sometimes, but as an adult, typically you require between 1,600 to 3,000 calories per day. However, how many calories a person should eat in a day varies depending on the person's sex, age, height, and lifestyle. The definition of a calorie is the amount of energy necessary to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. The type and amount of food people eat determines how many calories they consume. If a person consistently consumes more energy than they require, they will gain weight. Similarly, if they consume less, they will lose weight, fat, and eventually muscles mass. According to the 2020-2025 dietary guideline for Americans, adult females are likely to require between 1,600 to 2,400 calories a day. An adult male from 2,200 to 3,000 calories. However, this depends on their age, their size, height, lifestyle, and overall health and activity level. Many more factors than just how many calories a person consumes play a role in maintaining weight. So we will be back shortly after this break for more details, because the importance of you need is very, very important, because sometimes you feel, oh, I don't eat too much food, I don't eat too much carbohydrate, yes, I'm getting unnecessary weight or I'm losing weight. Then it's because of the intake of calorie or the number of calorie that you are taking. Last week we were having this discussion. We're like, okay, a particular person maybe you're supposed to consume 2,000 calories in a day, and only in the morning, that's like for your breakfast, you're already going in with 2,000 calories, and you do that in the afternoon and still do that at night. That's for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's totally, you're taking 6,000 calories, which is very, very dangerous for your health. And that's why sometimes, or all the time, it results to obesity, because you don't exercise, you just eat without having to exercise yourself, and then you're not even eating a balanced diet, and you are going over the normal calorie you're supposed to take on a regular basis, or let me say on a daily basis. So before we go in with more details, we'll be back shortly after this break. Welcome back from the short break. If you're just catching up with us today on Lunch Global, we are talking about the number of calorie, or the right amount of calorie or numbers of calorie we are supposed to take like each day. And this varies for kids is different, for a male is different, and for a female is different. So just because the right amount of calories should be, or the number of calories should be 2,000, does not mean that should also involve maybe a baby or a toddler or a child or a man. They all vary. That's why I say it's based on your age, your sex, your height, and of course what you really require. That's the overall health that you need at a given period of time. Now we'll be looking at some of the necessary questions that sometimes we ask ourselves as individuals. To what are the necessary things I need? What are the things I'm supposed to consider? What are the key factors to consider when determining the right calorie intake for an individual? Now, first of all, I said it earlier, the first thing you need to also consider is age, because metabolic rate tends to decrease as we age. So older individuals generally require fewer calories. So as you age, the calorie reduces. If you are at your early 20s, for instance, I always make emphasis with 20 because I feel it is the age you get to that you feel like, you're very, very active, like you're very, very active. You're an adult already, you are above 18, you're already on your own, you're trying to grow yourself, you're trying to just put your life together. So once you start aging now, the number of calorie intake now will tend to decrease. Unlike if you're taking 2,000 calorie, you have to now bring it down to like let's say 1,500 calorie or 1,700 calorie, depending on your age. And secondly, we look out for gender. Males typically have a higher metabolic rate than females, which means they may need more calorie because they are more active. When you check, men are, I would like to say, men have more activity. Some people, for some females, like let's say couples, some of them like housewives, while the men go out there and work, the men exercises more than the women. So a man generally needs, or let me say male generally need more calorie intake because their activities tend to be higher than a woman's or a female activity. Now you also look out for weight and height. Now taller and heavier individuals generally need more calorie to maintain their body weight. Then physical activity level. More active individuals require more calories to fuel their activities, while less activity individuals need fewer calories. And that goes to people who do exercises, people who work out, people who are gymnasts, and people who are always finding themselves exercising. When you are doing all of that, you're burning the calorie already. That's why sometimes when you're working out, the treadmill, when you're using it burns the calorie. The more you work, you exercise yourself, the number of calorie tends to drop. So once you are having so much activity to do than the people who have less activities, now as someone who is always having activities to do, you need to take higher level of calorie than people who are less active. Now for the basal metabolic rate, and is the number of calorie your body needs to function at rest. It depends on factors like muscle mass, body fat percentage, and genetics. Then health conditions and goals. Now certain health conditions are specific goals like weight loss or gain may influence the appropriate calorie intake. Then nutrients need. The body needs essential nutrients like protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Calorie needs should be balanced to meet the nutrients requirements. And that's why all the time we'll make emphasis, even when you find yourself in the hospital, there's always emphasis that you have to eat a balanced diet when you are eating. Make sure that nothing is missing. If you're eating, and you don't need too much money or so much money for you to be able to eat right. Now you make sure that the carbohydrate is there, you make sure that the protein is there, you make sure that the fat is there, vitamins and minerals, and it should be at the required amount. Don't forget, you have to look out for the calorie intake is very, very, very important. Now, another question is, are there any specific nutrients that should be prioritize within our daily calorie allowances? What do you think about this question? Do you think there is or there is not? But for me, I would say yes. Prioritizing certain essential nutrients within your daily calorie allowance is very crucial for maintaining good health. And these nutrients are protein, they are vital for building and repairing body tissues, and also they play a significant role in metabolism and immune function. Aim for 0.8 to 1.2 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. I will repeat that. You should aim for 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Now, what else do you need? You need a carbohydrate. They provide energy for the body and should make up the majority of your daily calorie intake. Focus on the complex carbohydrate like whole grain, fruits, and vegetables, which offer more nutrients and fiber. You need fats. They are essential fatty acids such as omega-3 and omega-6 are necessary for brain function, cell growth, and maintaining healthy skin and hair. Include healthy source of fats like nuts, seeds, avocado, and fatty fish in your diet. Fiber aims for at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Fibers help regulate digestion, lower cholesterol level, and aid in weight management. Vitamins and minerals, very, very essential. You have to prioritize nutrient-dense food rich in vitamins and minerals such as fruits, vegetables, whole grain, lean protein, and low-fat dairy products. Water. You have to stay very hydrated. It's very crucial for your overall health, and you have to aim for at least 8 cups, that's 2 liters of water per day. And when it comes to water, sometimes we all get to ignore that. I know a lot of people drink a lot of water, and it depends on the weather. When the weather is hot, you tend to drink more water, but when the weather is cold, you drink less water. But it should be something that you have to just put yourself in that. You have to train yourself and tell yourself that you have to try your best to drink, like, at least, if you don't drink water at all, take 8 cups, take 2 liters of water every day. That will help you a lot. And remember, balance and variety are key to ensuring you get all the necessary nutrients. And when doing this, you have to consult a professional, that's a dietitian or a nutritionist, for a personalized advice in case you're having any challenge, in case it's difficult for you to make a decision, or better still, you don't even know what do I need at this particular period of time, maybe because of health condition, or maybe you don't feel you can do that by yourself. There's always a room for you to ask questions, and of course we are always here to also give you a helping hand, and of course provide you with solutions if you really need them. For that, you can send us message on all our social media platforms in case you have any question, you need help one way or the other. Trust me, we're going to always be here to give you solution at all times. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back from the short break. If you're just catching up with us, this is Lunch Global, and I am Chong Annamel Joseph. And it's a fresh week, of course, a fresh time to know yourself, understand yourself, and know your overall health condition. There are certain questions we're trying to look out for, questions that we tend to ask ourselves sometimes. And going forward, how do you distribute calorie consumption throughout the day for optimal energy and safety? Now, certainly, we're going to give you some tips to distribute calorie consumption throughout the day for optimal energy and satiety. So, eating a balanced breakfast, you have to start your day with a nutritious breakfast that includes protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrate. This will provide you with sustained energy and help you feel full all the time. Now, I'm going to make more emphasis on the complex carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrate are those food that you eat that when you eat them, they sustain you. You tend to stay much more energetic. Hunger doesn't hit early enough, and that also helps you to it helps you maintain and manage that amount of calorie in a day. And going forward, I think I'll share some of this the right way you can break the calorie intake like every day. If you're going to do that, then it will help you so you don't, if you're supposed to eat a 3,000 calorie in a day, you don't eat the whole 3,000 calorie just in one day. Now, you have to schedule regular meal and snacks. Plan your meal and snacks at regular intervals throughout the day that can help regulate your blood sugar levels and prevent overreacting. Aim for every 3 to 4 hours. Then you prioritize protein. Include a good amount of protein in each meal and snack. Protein helps you feel fuller for longer and also plays a crucial role in muscle repair and growth. Incorporate healthy fats. Healthy fats such as those found in avocados, nuts, seeds can help keep you satisfied between meals. They also provide energy and support various bodily function. You choose fiber-rich carbohydrate, opt for complex carbohydrate like whole grain, fruits, and vegetables, which are rich in fiber. Fiber also helps slow down digestion, keeps you feeling full, and providing a steady release of energy. And always, I'll say it, always you have to stay hydrated. By drinking water, it also helps you regulate hunger. It curbs hunger and keep you feeling full. Sometimes thirst can be mistaken for hunger, and it has happened to me, I think, countless times. Sometimes I will think I'm hungry, but when I see food, I'm already feeling very full, but at the same time I want something in my stomach. And then when you try to take water, you notice that water can solve that problem at a particular given at a period of time, for when the whole body is reacting to maybe thirst or the hunger you feel at that given time. And you have to always listen to your body. You pay attention to your hunger and fullness cues. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're satisfied. This can prevent overreacting and overeating and ensure you're consuming calorie in the right time. Be mindful of size. Practice to avoid consuming excessive calorie. Use plates, measure out servings, and avoid from the package or from the flags or from food pack. Always get a plate, a saucer, so now when you're full, you get to understand is already feeling okay at this particular period of time. But once the food is in a big dish, you don't want to waste. First of all, you don't want to waste food, because wasting food is it's not good. I don't recommend that for anybody at all. When you're dishing it out, you take the particular portion you need for that period of time and keep the remaining. And when hunger strikes later, you can always go back for it. You have to limit processed food and added sugar, because they can lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar and in levels, causing energy crashes and increased hunger later on. And then you have to be active. Regular physical exercise can boost your metabolism and increase your calories more effectively. I said it earlier, when you're having any challenge, you can always consult a professional at all times so that you get to know what do I need, and depending on your health condition, because some people are not medically fit, and then just because you have to take a particular amount of calorie, you just want to go in with everything, you will not do good to yourself at the end of the day. Instead of trying to control it, you worsen the situation. So what role does portion control now plays in maintaining the right calorie intake? So portion control is very, very important. A lot of us don't know how to work with portion control. We just want to eat because we're enjoying the food, because the food is very nice, because your wife or your friend or your girlfriend is the best cook in the world. Once the food is there, you just want to finish everything. Please, portion control is very, very important, because no matter how healthy you are, when you eat too much of food, it slows you down, it makes you lazy, it makes you sleepy, because the body will not be active like that. So you have to learn to work with portion control, because it's very important. It plays a significant role in maintaining the right calorie intake for several reasons, which balances, first of all, it balances nutrition. By controlling portion size, you can ensure that you consume the right amount of essential nutrients such as the protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The balance is crucial for maintaining good health and overall well-being. Now, weight management, especially when it comes to children, the more you are used to your child or your toddler eating a very, very heap of food maybe in a plate, that's how the child will grow, because there's no amount of food that you give that child and the food will be satisfying. He has to eat that portion that he or she is used to getting. So you have to make sure that portion control is one of the major things we are all supposed to learn with toddlers, adults, no matter who you are. You have to learn that is very, very important. Now, for weight management, portion control helps prevent overeating, which can lead to weight gain. By eating the appropriate portion size, you can maintain a calorie balance between the energy you consume and the energy you expand, thus preventing weight gain or supporting weight loss. Preventing nutrient excess. Overeating, even if it's healthy food, can lead to an excess of certain nutrients, which may have negative impact or effects on your health. For instance, consuming too much dietary fat or cholesterol can increase your risk of heart diseases. So for us to avoid all of that, we have to make sure that portion control is one thing you do not skip. Do it every day, no matter how hungry. Even if you feel like you eat a whole bucket of food or a whole bucket of whatever it is that you're eating, please look out for yourself and just remember that we say portion control can save your life. Some people eat and they don't move, they don't even wake up from there. Trust me, it's because it's an accumulated thing that you do all the time, and then you lose it. You end up destroying the whole body system, and you don't look out for your health, and that won't do you good at all. Now, in conclusion, the 2020 to 2025 dietary guidelines for Americans recommend a calorie intake that ranges from 700 calories a day for toddlers to 3,200 for an active male aged 16 to 18 years. General guidelines advise that people require most calorie in their adolescent and as young adults. As people get older, their metabolic rate begins to slow down, and some people may also stop being active. As such, this reduces their need for energy. For instance, from age 19 to 25 years, the recommended intake of females is between 2,000 to 2,400 calories a day. But for 61 plus, this range dropped to 1,600 to 2,000 calories a day. And that's why I say once you get older, the intake of calorie has to go down, whether you like it or not. It's for your health. That's why you have to be so intentional about the calorie intake you consume every day, because as you age, it begins to show its effect. It shows the more you grow, the more you grow, yes, and you're losing your energy already. So you have to always look out for your health, because that's the major thing. You deserve it, because health is wealth, and it's not just eating to enjoy. You have to eat to also look out for your overall health. Is very, very important. So because of time, I'm going to be putting a stop on this today. I hope you've learned something. Don't forget to ask any questions question, you're having any challenge, you want to know more about your calorie, you can ask questions, because that's the only way we can help you right now. You can send a message on all our social media platforms, and we will be there to give you a solution to whatever problem it is you have. Thank you for joining me on Lunch Global today. I am still Chung and Amel Joseph. See you tomorrow at 12:30. Make sure you don't miss, because there is so much more for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.